Well, there you are, gamers. Super Bobtendo here, and now that I found you, let me show you my games. Alright, gamers, so now that I've just about got everything under control, let me, wow, there's a lot of games here. Let me first start by going through the Atari, and I'll try my best to try to stay in chronological order. Good luck, right? Okay, so, what I'm looking at first here, let's go ahead and go through these cards. I actually have, oh god, I hope I don't get much lighting. I actually have a combat with the manual for the Atari 2600. I have Defender with the manual for the Atari 2600. Keep in mind, yeah, they had a sticker on the actual cartridge when I bought them, so I'm actually looking for cartridges that are in much better condition in the box without the game or the manual so I can complete it for cheap. But Pac-Man with the manual, it's a nice one. I don't know how the lighting's working in here. And also Yar's Revenge with the manual. Try to keep these hung up and keep them in good order, because I do want to complete them one day. I'd like to complete all my games one day. But let's move on to the next stock here. Donkey Kong, made by Coleco. Let's see, what do you see here in that? 1982. It actually predates me by even a year. It's nice. Okay, and let's see, I'll try to keep them there. Pitfall for the 2600. I used to like this game a little bit. Kind of a hard one, but I used to like it. Yar's Revenge without the manual. I can actually play that one. I don't really, once I got them in there, I don't really like to play them. A little gift from Atari Adam. His really haggard ET cartridge. He got a really nice one that was like almost in mint condition. So he said, "Ah, here, Bob, go ahead and have that one." So that was nice of him. And my other Pac-Man. So there's one stack. Let's go through another stack. We have football on the Atari 2600. Basketball on the Atari 2600. Circus Atari. Keep in mind these are all 2600. I won't keep repeating myself. Casino. And bowling. That's the second stack. Another small stack here. Video pinball. What's this? Adventure. Demons to Diamonds. And Atlantis. And another stack. Real Sports Football for the 2600. A classic, Missile Command. That's a must-have for the Atari 2600. Another combat. Yet another combat. And Kaboom. Kaboom, actually, if I remember correctly, I don't really know right off the top of my head, but I've been trying to do as much research as possible, especially before I try doing these videos, but just gets so much for time here, I got so many things that I'm into. But try to do a little bit of research, and I think, to tell you the truth, that this game was actually a little bit on the rare side. I've only seen, well, this one in particular, but only one other copy of it at the flea markets around here. So I don't really know if maybe that's just an indicator as to how rare it is around here or what, but yeah, I figured I might as well have that, Let's see. Next up, why don't we go ahead and go to the Nintendo Entertainment System. Iron Sword, Wizards and Warriors 2. Notice the classic Fabio on the cover. Must have been one of his first things he did here in the States. Ghostbusters on the NES. I know some of you guys have been watching my videos and you probably have seen some of these already, but for those who are new and for those who haven't seen my Facebook page, I decided to go ahead and do this video. Solstice on the NES. I just recently reviewed that, and although I need practice, I will be reviewing it again in further depth here in the future. Dash Galaxy in the Alien Asylum. Star Tropics on the NES. Narc. Infester's Quest. I also have, for the NES, Where in Time is Carmen Sandiego. All-time favorite, and I think some of you already know what I'm doing with this, Super Mario Bros. 3. My first Tengen title since I started recollecting, RBI Baseball. Rad Racer. Rad Racer. Monopoly board game on the NES. All-time classic here, Super Mario Bros. Duck Hunt. Still looking for a light tapper too, just in case some of you fans are wondering. Duck Hunt without the Mario, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game. This is another one that it's got to be a personal favorite for me. It's got a pretty good difficulty level, but beating the game, especially as a kid, was not out of the realm of possibility. So, you know, that one kind of just remained in my heart growing up because I could actually beat it, you know. I wasn't the only 8 or 10-year-old kid who could walk around and say that he had finished that one. So, with that being done, let me go ahead and go down to the small stack here of Sega Genesis games. Aladdin, X-Men 2, I believe that's the Clone Wars. It is. X-Men 2, the Clone Wars. Street Fighter 2, Special Championship Edition. Fantastic Dizzy. Star Wars on the 32X. And Jurassic Park Sega Genesis. Don't currently have a lot of Genesis games, but it's in the works, you know. One thing a collector is never done doing is collecting. And now I'm on to the N64. 1080 Snowboarding. Star Wars Shadows of the Empire. Mario Party. 2 Donkey Kong 64s. Junk. NFL Quarterback Club 99. Piss on that. God. One of these days I'm going to run out of toilet paper and I'll not know what to do with that. Turok 2 Seeds of Evil. Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie. And that pretty much wraps it up for the 64. I'm going to get these off to the side here. Now I'm going to move on to the Super NES. Got a little stack here. Now, I currently have a few of my games out, especially in the SNES library. I'm currently missing Street Fighter 2 Turbo and my original Mortal Kombat, but I also have 2 games of that guys in this stack, and I'll talk about them when I get up to it. But Mega Man X, this is one of them. Super Return of the Jedi. I'm probably going to be reviewing this shortly while I have it in my possession. Another one from him, Warlock. This game sucks. You'll notice it from our intro when Atari Adam had done some for the intro. Man, this game, it's not any good, really. I tried it like this morning. It's bad. Super Mario World Classic came with almost every Super NES at the time. Another classic, Super Metroid. Hands down, I am a big Metroid fan, and I get persecuted for it every now and then, but more people than those who persecute will say, you know, that's obviously a classic. It's been around for, what, over 25 years now? It ain't going nowhere. It's got its roots. And I look forward to seeing where that series goes. Really am. Kirby Superstar. If you're into Kirby, that's a must-have, too. Another favorite, and I do a lot of practice on this one, too. Super Mario All-Stars and Super Mario Brothers World. This had the original Mario. And all of them were reworked, keep in mind. But it had the original Mario 2, which was the Lost Levels, but it was Mario 2 in Japan. Then it has our Mario 2, has our Mario 3 that you all know, and it also has Super Mario World. So you could have none of the other ones that I have and only have this and still be in good hands. So I gotta have that. And Donkey Kong Country. Down here I also have Super Black Bass, Pac-Man 2, The New Adventures, Desert Strike, no, scratch that, that's Urban Strike, a game called Zoop. I don't really recommend it, but if you've never heard of it, look it up. Maybe I'll review it someday, but God, don't put me through that. Brunswick World Series Championship Bowling. It's a standard bowling game. Metal Combat for use with the Super Scope. Yeah, we had a Super Scope, but I also had a 10-year-old brother at the time. Won't go into that one. And also Royal Rumble. A friend of ours on the Twitter just did a review of this the other day. His name is Jason. He did a really good one. You can find that on Gamester 81's YouTube channel, I think, or on his actual page or something. I know he has it on there, and he sent a link up on the Twitter the other day, and it's a really well-written review, and I can't wait to see what that guy has to write from here on out. So, now that I've got that out of the way, let me go ahead and put these back down on here, and I'll get on to the rest of the collection, because I'm not even done yet. And in order to save time and uploading effort, I might as well move it on pretty quick here. So, we'll move on to the PS1, and try to peruse through that really fast here. Keep in mind, I will be reviewing these in much greater depth in the future. Resident Evil Director's Cut. Love that one. Tekken 3, Greatest Hits. Love Tekken 3. All three of these are excellent, excellent games. Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9. Awesome games. I'm currently into Final Fantasy 7 right now, and I can't wait to get a little further. Caesar's Palace, 2000, I believe. Yep, 2000. A slew of NHL games. What do we have here? NHL 98, NHL 97. Not big into sports games, but eventually I will have to have them for the collection. So, Sports Card GT. Not into big racing games and stuff, but hey, you gotta have it. NFL Game Day 99. NHL 99. And March Madness 21. Most of those are EA Sports. Next stack. This stack, I believe, holds most of the decent games. But here is 1 through 5 of the Tomb Raider series for the PS1. These are great crypt games, puzzle solvers, and even survivals. I mean, there was a lot of times I got scared when I was a kid playing some of these. You know, things would just pop up out of nowhere and get you. I was doing a little bit of research on this because I had never heard of it, and come to find out, it's actually a little bit on the rare side. It is Monster Rancher 2 on the PS1. And if any of you guys are Monster Ranchers, you'll know that one actually is pretty well sought after. It's got a big fan base. I didn't realize that. The Game of Life. Iron and Blood. Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. Not really a big Dungeons and Dragons guy, but hey. Final Fantasy Chronicles Chrono Trigger. I don't have the Final Fantasy 4 that goes with that. It's somewhere around here, but I don't know exactly. I have a stack in my drawer here that doesn't have the cases anymore, but it has the booklets and stuff. So I need to rebuild the cases and get them back into the stack, but that's probably where Final Fantasy 4 is. And I also have Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. That's one of them games that I've gone through like maybe 16, 17 times straight on hard. It's crazy. You only have to make it through 8 in order to get all the things, but I've just kept pummeling and pummeling and pummeling. I bet you I could set a world record speed run through that game too, with just a little bit more practice. I'm really good at that one. Volume 3, Namco Classics. I hope you guys aren't getting too much glare off of that window. I'm hoping. Soul Reaver, Legacy of Kain. Legacy of Kain, Blood Omen. This was actually a really good game. I played this back in the day when I was a younger guy, maybe 16, 17. And I couldn't make it through without the level or the health code and the magic code. But once I had those codes, I was able to enjoy the game. And once you made it to the end, based on whether you did good deeds or bad deeds, you got to either save the world or ruin the world. So I mean, it's a lot like your Fable predecessors in a way. So if any of you guys like that stuff, which you like retro games, go back and try Blood Omen. It really was a good one. Doom Ultimate Edition, PlayStation 1. That was a good one right there. For those who are fans of it, I'm not. Yu-Gi-Oh! What one is that? It's Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories on the PS1 double disc or whatever. My playable Gran Turismo 2. I'll tell you why that's the playable one. Legend of Dragoon. That's right up there with any of the Final Fantasies, as is the next one. But Legend of Dragoon was a really good one that I remember beating when I was younger. And there's so many different forms of the last boss, I couldn't even begin to tell you exactly how it was because I haven't played it in a long time. But I remember that the combo system that you fought with was extremely well-rounded. You know, I mean, it took a little while to figure out the timing for your buttons, but you had to use them for so long before getting the next one that you actually started getting pretty good at it. And so I recommend Legend of Dragoon to those who haven't tried it. This is one I haven't tried yet, but I kind of can't wait. It's Vagrant Story for the PS1. I hear a lot of good things about this, and there's actually a collector's edition bonus disc in here. 2000 Collector's Edition Volume 3. And I haven't loaded that up, but it has some video demos of like Legend of Mana and Chrono Cross. And you just fucked up the video, Cloyd. Sorry. And that was my cameraman, my brother Liam, the one I was telling you about with the Super Scope. And you'll get to meet him someday. But for now, I'll just go ahead and stick to this. And Parasite Eve 2. I have started this, and I have a feeling I'm almost at the end of it. And it's far more difficult than the first one. If you think about the first one, after you beat it, you got to go to the Chrysler Building, you had to do the 100 floors. I'd rather do that than have to make it through this fucking thing again. It was pretty crazy. And this right here was why I said that was my playable version of Gran Turismo 2. For those who haven't seen it, I actually have a new in-package Gran Turismo 2. So, I like having those new and packaged games. Here's a couple of random games I just kind of have laying around. I have Motocross 3 on the PS2. I have Dragon Quest 8, I think it is, on the PS2. There's a lot of Dragon Quest fans out there. Personally, I'm not, but, you know, to each their own again. Enter the Dragonfly, Spyro, that's a decent one. Metroid Prime for the GameCube. And True Crime, Streets of LA for the Xbox. Alright, I know there's a little bit more here for me to go through. Oh yeah, handhelds. Alright, let's get these PS1 games down. And we'll move back on here. Actually, while I'm thinking about it here, I might as well show you my Coleco 2-player head-to-head. It's one of them games that just hooks right to your television. It has like 12 games. I see football, sea defender, basketball, car racing, baseball, racquetball, kung fu flycatcher, hockey, wall breaker, deep sea madness, boxing, and soccer. But all in all, it's pretty cool, man. Especially if you're going to be going on like an overnight somewhere and you're going to be staying at a hotel or something. You don't feel like lugging all your games around. Just bring the Coleco. To anybody who plays retro, you know how decent that is. It's not too bad. So here's some PS1 games first then. We'll start with the UMDs first. I have National Treasure 2, Resident Evil, Final Fantasy VII Advent Children. See, I used to shop at GameStop. Beavis and Butthead, I believe that's Volume 2. That's the Mike Judge collection. Monster Hunter Freedom. And Hot Shots Golf Open T for the PSP. A few other things I have here. I know I have more of my cases, but I believe they're at Atari Adams' house. I also have the Family Guy Best of Stewie Griffin edition, or whatever it is. Little Big Planet, Dungeon Siege, Throne of Agony, and 300. 300 was kind of a... It started out okay, but I don't know, it just never followed through for me. So I never really got into it too much. Let's go ahead and move on to the Game Boy. I have GTA 2 for the Game Boy Color. I have Motocross Maniacs for the Game Boy. Legend of Mario, or Super Mario, 6 Golden Coins. Metroid 2, Return to Samus. Ninja Turtles, Follow the Foot. It's pretty haggard, but it plays just fine. I actually like playing that one. Turok, Battle for the Bionosaurs. I just recently got done showing you guys Donkey Kong Land on the Game Boy. And Tetris on the Game Boy. Now that I got those done, still more. For the Game Boy Advance, I have the Game Shark. Also on the Game Boy Advance, I have Super Mario Bros. 3, Pac-Man and Pac-Man World, Metroid Fusion. A lot of Metroid games. I told you I'm a big fan. Metroid Zero Mission. And I have Metroid Other M for the Wii at my girlfriend's house, so I don't have that here today. Castlevania Double Pack. This has Harmony of Dissonance and Aria of Sorrow. And I like having the Aria of Sorrow because I actually have the next one in the series on the DS, which I'll be getting to in a second. NES Classics release of Bomberman 2. Oh no, that's just regular Bomberman. Wow, I thought it was Bomberman 2. This is The Incredibles, Rise of the Underminers. My brother Cameron just got done playing that, and he said it was actually really good, and it picks right up where the movie left off. So if you were wondering where The Incredibles sequel is, it's on the Game Boy Advance. Zelda, A Link to the Past, with the 4 swords. And Mario Golf Advance Tour. I love that one. I play that all the time. Moving on. We're almost done here, guys. I have Metroid Prime Hunters on the DS. Castlevania, Dawn of Sorrow, Part 2 to Aria of Sorrow. You play as Soma Cruz, and you use souls to further equip yourself, to make yourself better. Probably really, it's probably something you're really going to want to play if you've even played any of the ones on the Game Boy Advance I just previously mentioned. You're going to want to check that out. Grand Theft Auto, Chinatown Wars on the DS. SpongeBob, SquarePantis Atlantis. And the legendary Starfy. A lot of these games, I don't know, I just picked up. I had a girlfriend there for a while who was buying me some games and stuff like that. So she would just occasionally have something for me. So. And the last 4, I believe, that I can show you anyways because there are some out, is Mario 64 on the DS. New Super Mario Bros. DS. Zelda Phantom Hourglass. And Star Wars: The Complete Saga. This is actually a lot of fun. I played through it twice now. It was just nice being able to take control of any of your favorite Star Wars characters all done up in Lego like that. Let's see. So looking around here, I think that is just about it. Boy, it's insane. I should grab you my. Oh, hey, I never even got to the V3 wheel and the Mad Catz wheel. There's a lot of accessories here that I haven't even gotten to, guys. Maybe one day I can hook it all up out in one big location where the lighting's great. But for now, I'm kind of just stuck to doing what I got to do here. One of these days it'll all be on display. So, with that said, I hope you really enjoyed it, and please stay tuned because as my collection builds, so will the videos. And I really enjoy having you guys along for the ride here. And without saying too many times, good luck. Game on. Super Bobtendo out.